Hello, everyone. This is Otaku Showboat, and today, January is upon us. And as it is the beginning of a new month and the beginning of a new year, I would like to start things off by thanking all of my wonderful supporters through Patreon, as well as all of my wonderful Erudite Otaku members of the YouTube channel for your continued support through these times and going into this new year. Thank you so very much to you all. And special thank yous to the wonderful people who provided very generous super chats in the month of December, which actually means that I'm going to see a YouTube payout this month in January for the month of December, after having already gotten one in the month of December for the month of November for the first time through YouTube. Thank you so very much for that. I don't think that's going to continue. I would like to be surprised and see that I could count on that happening every single month of the year, but I don't think so. I would like it, very much so. Don't see it happening in the grand scheme. There will occasionally, at the very least, there will occasionally be months where I will not accrue enough, just through advertising revenue and all of that, at least until we get enough members to fully cover that. And that would take a few members, to say the least. So if you are interested in supporting the channel for $1.99, or your regional equivalent, you can become an Erudite Otaku through a recurring membership. Again, I want to make it perfectly clear that memberships are recurring monthly methods of supporting the channel. Patreon is any amount that you desire. And I have some rewards for number of people supporting on Patreon. It has nothing to do with the amount of support provided. And I do keep public the amount provided on Patreon itself. If you go to my page on Patreon, it says exactly how much each month the members are currently providing. The Patreon supporters are currently providing after taxes and fees and such. Taxes, I don't even know if Patreon takes taxes, but they take fees at the very least, and they display a value estimate after fees. It's pretty close to accurate. So there's that as well to consider. I am going through at the moment and trying to think up different / better rewards for patrons, for number of patrons, as goals, the patron goals. I'm coming up a little blank, to be completely honest, as to what to have as rewards, considering that for a number of the rewards, it was things like stream an extra day a week. I am currently streaming 6 days a week without having met any rewards, because I was gifted a copy of Satisfactory and have been playing that on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as well as my Space Angels series on Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Or Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, however you want to say that. Leaving me with Saturday off, as well as a vanilla Factorio playthrough to record during the week at some point in the afternoons. This video itself is actually being recorded in an afternoon on the 4th of January, 2021, a little bit later than usual. I am so sorry, but this thing called New Year's happened. And, yeah, it delayed a lot of stuff, shall we say. But, anyway, all of that being said, I just still want to say thank you to everyone who has been supporting for this period of time, however long, doesn't matter. Thank you all for all of it. And as for what we have done in the month of December, how are we looking towards the beginning of this new year? What did 2020 look like now that all of the numbers are final and everything? How did we do? How did we do in 2020? We talked a bit about this in the previous video, but I do want to just say, wow, the amount of views and watch time and subscribers in 2020 vastly improved over 2019. YouTube does not allow me to actually elegantly see 2019 stats at this point in time. So, allow me to manually go up to January 1 of 2019. Yes, that number until December 31st of 2019 to show me that range. The views for that range of 2019. The view count was 43,800. That's about as close as it tells me on this page. 43.8K. The watch time was 9.4K hours. 9,400 some odd hours. The net subscriber gain in 2019 was 136 and 0 revenue because I was not a partner yet. In 2020, views 137.1K. That's like 2.5x. Watch time went from like 9K to 29.2K hours. Subscribers went from that 150-ish range to 453 net gain. And there was revenue. Cough, cough, because not allowed to discuss actual numbers, even though they don't seem to care about that. I will say, as I had said, that I've gotten a payout from November and December, so that should tell you that I earned money. Although why it... Oh. And a small amount of money carried over from previous times I had been a YouTube partner, because there was a period of time where I was a partner before they changed the requirements to be a partner, and I was kicked out of being a partner. And now that I met the target again in August, late August, I was brought back into the system, and the funds that were in the account carried over, and it counted. It counted, guys. It totally counted. Over years and years and years. But anyway, that all being said, thank you so very much. Wow, that is a huge improvement from 2020, or in 2020 compared to the previous year. Will 2021 look the same or better? I do not know. We shall find out together. I would be extremely surprised if we got another 3x increase over the current amount, or even a 2x increase. If I come back at this time next year to say that we got an extra like 1,500 subscribers over the previous year, with several more hundreds of thousands of views over the course of a year, I will be shocked. Completely shocked. That would have required some fundamental change to my content to achieve that. Or, yeah, a fundamental change would be required to do that. Something I would have to stream a game that is more popular, and I would have to attract people from that game to my channel to and make very compelling content that people actually watch, popular, compelling content that people actually watch of some other game. Because I don't see it happening with Factorio. I don't see it happening with Satisfactory. Unless Satisfactory launches this year, we shall see. But maybe we can make it happen. Can we make it happen? Can I make it happen as it is with these two games? We shall see. But yes, that's the summary of 2020 and somewhat my hopes in 2021. I want to at least stay the same on growth. What my goal would be? What are my goals for the channel in 2021? I would be thrilled to hit 2,000 subscribers in 2021 from the 1,177 that we have now. Note that last year I gained 450 something. Right? Last year it was plus 453. To hit 2,000 this year will require about twice that. About twice that, and I think that is a goal to have. A reasonable goal to have that will require work to achieve. Because subscribers, it's not like none of this is just going to happen. There is a baseline level of growth that the channel will experience if I do nothing. It's just, well, if I continue the way that I'm continuing without any change with what I'm doing. That I have a baseline of growth that's happening. The good thing to say that is that I am in fact growing and am not stagnant. At least I don't seem to be stagnant. That much is fantastic. That much is fantastic. Although I will note that in the month of December, my subscribers went up by 47 compared to 56 of the previous month. But that's still on the high end of the subscriber counts over the course of the year. Like August and October, I barely got any net subscribers. Same with March, I barely got any net subscribers in 2020. We saw some of these stats last time, visually, which is why I'm not really showing them this time around. But yeah, like watch time in December is the highest it's ever been. It was 3,340.3 hours total in December for watch hours, versus the previous high, the previous month, of 3,076.2. This is a product of me streaming more. This is merely a product of me streaming more and people watching the VODs of my streams. I am pretty sure about that, especially since the views were the second highest in December than they've ever been. 12,777 views, being the second highest to June with 13,479. What the hell did I do in June of 2020? Make a tutorial that people watched? Set of tutorials that people watched, maybe. I think that was it. Paidu ended? Was that it? Was that it? Because I'm seeing, yeah, I think June Paidu Valley ended, and that's why there were a lot of views on it. I'm pretty sure near that point was where it ended. That was the end of June, though. / early July. So what the heck was it? It must have been tutorials. That's all I can think about during that period of time. But anyway, that's my summary of those stats for YouTube over the course of the time. I would love to see the subscriber count for 2021 go up to 2,000. I would love to see the the views over the last 48 hours at least match the subscriber count or be somewhat close to it. Views over the last 48 hours, I can usually tell whether they're somewhat good or somewhat bad by comparing to my subscriber count. But like as of this moment in time, there's 1,177 subscribers. There were 872 views over the last 48 hours. So if we can maintain like that ratio, like right around that ratio, keep the view count, let's say 1,600 over 48 hours, and then subscribers at 2K, I would be very, very, very happy if we come back this time next year and that's the state of the channel. I would be very, very happy. I would be happy if we are the same and come back next year, but I would be extremely happy if we're at that level, because that level, I am. Let's say I would be far more likely to be telling you that I am living off of my income from doing content creation. That is the goal. The most immediate goal is to earn enough to survive off of this income only. That is what I would like to see eventually. We have to get there. There is a process to get there. And there is a light. There is a light shining very brightly. It is almost there. But we are still pretty far away. Because the ideal way of getting there is not people throwing tons of money through one-time tips. That is not... It works. It works. I'm not going to turn it down. But it's not something that you should depend on. Like, I would like to have those types of things, those single high-value tips, go towards special high-cost stuff to improve the quality of the content, not my survival, right? So, right now, any of that happens is going to go towards my survival, because I'm not earning enough money to continue to support myself through recurring finances, through recurring income. If we get to a level where I can sort of count on the amount of income coming in that I can live off of within reason, that's where we will, of course, be thinking about doing special purchases of higher value things and all of that good stuff. Things like, hey, coffee. Good coffee to drink on the stream. Good chocolate to eat, or at least show on the stream. Things like of this nature I can't really do right now because I need to eat and think about how I spend my money wisely, just because I am not in that financial position yet. I will say that I am pretty close to being in that financial position. If every month were like last month, I would still be pretty close, but it would not be above the line. What would it take to be above the line? Double last month. Essentially, I'm about $200 short, $250 short on how much I earn on a regular basis per month. Just looking at current income versus expenses. I've said this many times, I'm pretty sure, that I am short, and I'm pretty sure I've said about how short I am. It's about 200 to 250. Depends on how much I eat. It depends on how much I eat over the course of a month. This comes down to bills, mostly. the bills that I pay, that I need to pay. Can I cut it down a little? A little. Not significantly enough, but yeah. So that's my current situation. Uh, so last month accrued 100 over that to get the payout. I can say at least that much for this month, and I am happy, very appreciative of the government providing money to everyone. Again, that's how I have survived thus far, basically, and through the incredible generosity of one very specific patron. But yeah, in order to truly say that I can live and continue making content and be very, 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 very comfortable and not stressed anymore, I would need to see last month's income doubled on a consistent basis every month. And that's combining the current Patreon amount, the current YouTube amount, and the current amount that I earn through the part-time work that I do for University of Kansas for my geology department, the KICC stuffs that I do there. So that's my life. That is what I'm looking at. My goal, 2021, is double everything. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Does that sound like a reasonable goal? Times 2 everything on the channel within a year? Let's say times 4 everything within a year. That sounds better. Let's officially say that the goal is times 4, so that when we get times 2, and I'm actually comfortable and living on the income that I... so let me reword that. We're going to say that the goal is times 4, so that I am pushed to at least attain the baseline level that I need to attain as quickly as I can, and push for times 4. That sounds like a great, fantastic idea. Let's times 4 the channel. Let's go for 4,000 subscribers. 4 times the amount that I need to earn to get a monthly payout. Let's go for how much watch time? 2020. What were you? You were like 29.2k watch time. Let's times 4 that as well. Times 4 the 137,000 views as well. Or say like 500,000 views over the course of the year. A lot of watch time, a lot of subscribers. And work on that baseline income. If you would like to support the channel, there are various means. As I mentioned, I will end this video off here. There is another video that I would like to record that's going to cover a little bit about the one game that has been consuming my life recently that is not Factorio or Satisfactory, and that is Genshin Impact. I have played that game so much, so very much. And it's been a little bit of time since I did record a video on it, and the last video that I did on it, I was very much complaining about absolutely everything in life. But I am beyond my complaining at this point. Most everything in my experiences, I've just learned and grown and gotten better and progressed in everything in that game, and I want to discuss some of my progression there, as well as my thought processes and how I'm approaching that game. That'll be a separate video dedicated to Genshin Impact, so you don't have to sit around and watch me do that here. What I will say is, I would like to thank you all, yet again, for watching. You can, of course, help to support the channel by becoming a member and Erudite Otaku by hitting that great big blue join button. It is $1.99 for your regional equivalent, recurring every month, of which I see 70%, and is only available if and only if I accrue greater than $100 in the month. You could also support me on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat at whatever level you so desire, recurring every month. And the number of people that I get on Patreon will lead to rewards of some description over time. You could also come and watch my content and watch my streams live and provide one-time tips through super chats or super stickers. Or you can click the link down below to Streamlabs and provide a tip through Streamlabs that I will immediately have access to. It would be glorious and magnificent. You could also come and talk about whatever you want to talk about within reason on my Discord server. The link to my Discord is down below. It is a public Discord. If you are a member of YouTube, or if you are a Patreon supporter, I do have integrations for both of those things, where you can get a cosmetic role on Discord. The Patreon role will override the YouTube one for the color of your name, just by the way. That one takes precedence over the other, although you will have both roles assigned if you are both a member and a supporter through Patreon. And I think that's about it. That's what I have to say. That's everything on my mind right now going into the new year concerning the state of the channel and the review of 2020 and going into 2021. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.